Hello, today I'm gonna be showing you a little bit of modeling in Fusion 360. I'll be doing the 9 bridges roof structure. Well, actually just the main surface. The rest will be done in Revit. I'm preparing this video where I build this structure. I also build a surface in Revit, but in Fusion you can analyze the curvature, you can achieve this organic form quite well and quicker as well. I'll just be exploring how to do it here, and if you want to watch the full video how to do the structure, all the frames and column details, just look out for the next video. I should be posting it soon, although I still need to solve a few problems that you can see is still not working as it should, but anyway. But for now, I'll just show you how easy it is to create this surface and how to use a few tools in Fusion. So this is the surface I've already created. I'm going to just delete it and start over to show you how. So if we come here, we have create form. We can say let's do a plane, and then we have to select 30 by 30. We can choose how many times we want to divide it here. I believe 12 is the number that I was aiming for. So we can do OK. In Fusion this is all very intuitive to push and pull and transform the surface. What I'm going to do is just select these points that I think are the middle points. I right click and I do edit form. When I do this, I get these grips that I can drag down. Well, after I drag them down a little bit, I'm going to select just like this. So I select just the faces that are going down, and I'm going to use this tool that's the modify subdivide. And what this will do is it's going to create more surfaces. This part that came down, it just got thinner right now. So I can actually keep moving it like this. I want to make it thinner. I could keep dividing this to be the curvature that I was looking for, but for now it's okay. So we can go with this. So if I finish my form, I still look at this center part, and I'm not sure how smooth is the curvature. Which one is better, if it's the Revit one or if this one is actually better. To use the curvature comb, I need a line. So what I'm going to do is do the sketch on the XY reference plane, and I'm gonna draw a circle. About here should do. So I finish my sketch. To split my surface, what I do is I come to this modify option here, and I have a split face. The first gives you an option to select the face, and then we select the splitting tool. The splitting tool is our circle, and a vector we select like this. We don't split like that. So okay. After we have that, we can use our curvature comb, and we can see that we don't have a perfect curvature around here. The curvature does this 4 corners thing that shows that there are 2 directions in the way the surface is created. So it's not created in a concentric way. If you see the elevation, you can see that it's doing something weird here too. So you need to know how to do it well. So for this reason, I'm going to show you a bit about the curvature analysis tools that Fusion has. This is T-spline modeling, but really you still need to know what you're doing to create a good surface. So for this reason, I'm going to show you a bit more of the curvature analysis tools here in Fusion. Even if you export from Revit, bring it back here, it's worth to check. And here we're going to create a surface, and we'll do it in this sculpt by going to create form, and in create, let's do a plane. So the first thing is to select a plane, and we get this window here on the right that is telling us what we have to do. So first we're going to draw a rectangle, and we're going to start with center and then the second point. So let's do 10 by 10, and then we're given more options if you see it change here. So here we have length of faces and width faces. So we can also control that here. It's the same thing. Basically I'm adding complexity by changing these grips. If you come here, you can also do the same here. Another option that you have is this symmetry. If you say that you want a mirror and you want to have a length symmetry, and if you add both, it means that it will mirror both ways, and I'll show you what it means. It means that if you select something here to modify, it will be happening on all four sides. Okay, but for now we don't need that. Let's just create one of these. So if I select this point, right click and do edit form, I'm able to drag this down. Let's do 7 meters. So then if I do finish form and I come to inspect, I'm given a few more. We've tried the curvature comb. Let's look at these other ones. So this zebra, the first thing again on the window on the right is telling you to select the body. So we select this one, and then you're given a few more options that you can tweak around until you get what you're looking for. But the thing is, this tool, I think it's more useful when you have like little bumps or something, because you'll see these lines going through the bumps will make a change that will be more noticeable. In this case, I just want to see how it turns down. So I wouldn't say this one is the best. So the second one here, draft analysis, again select the body. Second, you select the direction. If I select this side here, basically I see things on this direction. I want to do it vertically. So maybe we just gonna create here another surface, another plane. So select the working plane. That's fine, and I'm gonna use this tool here on modify. This tool called thicken. So finish form. So if I come back to the inspect tool, now I can select this little line here. So if I do OK, but you can see that it's not really a circle, this green area. It means that it starts going down in this green zone, but it's not really concentric. So let's try the other tool to see if it works better. So again, we select the surface, then we're given a few options. This one doesn't work so well here. If I tweak it around, I can see that that's the point where it turns the most. Here a little bit, but in this case it would be more helpful just to use this minimum one. And again we see this is not a circle. But if I say OK, you'll notice that here on the left, Fusion keeps creating these things as you work, as you do new elements. For instance, every analysis that we tried are here and they are turned off when we're not using them. So you can turn them back on to see, and you can always go back whenever you want. For instance, if you see the bodies, there is one body, the main one that we're doing, and a second body that's our rectangle. So we can always keep using these that work as layers. So to analyze this better, create a new surface. Again, go and do a plane, select the working plane. 6 by 6 is good. So if I say OK, again right click, edit form, and I drag this down. I could use that tool that we used before, subdivide. Here it might look quite well, but if we come inspect again, use the same one that we think that worked better, you'll see that now it's doing something a bit different from the other one. See that although this one is a bit more square, This one might look more round. It does thing of going up and down. That will mean is that there is some undulation that goes around. It's not so smooth. Again, if we do create form again, let's do a plane. Select the same plane. And again do 10 by 10. So we select these, drag them down. We can just drag them a little bit down and then continue just with one point. And let's look at all these together and let's use the inspect. So again, select the surface. You see I tried to make these wider at the top, but actually it's doing this 4 corners thing quite strong. And I don't know when this is noticeable by eye, but definitely helps you understand what's happening, because you know it's there. And if you want something to really be smooth, maybe the option here would be to do a revolve. You could do this in Revit, you could do it here, because you just use a revolve tool, and that way you'd be sure that the movement is concentric. But anyway, having the tools is great because you can always go back and keep working on the surfaces. For instance, Fusion has this thing that it keeps a timeline. Everything you create, it's created here, and you can go back. If I come edit this one, and if it's back in the timeline, you can go back and edit here and keep working on this. And work on them as you look at the changes happening. So quite cool. Nothing better than just opening it yourself, trying Fusion. Fusion, it's a great software. There is this great thing that you can get it for free, even if you're not a student. If you're just using it for educational purposes, just to try it at home, you can get a free license for a year. So it's quite cool. But after you create something here that you can do very quickly, you can analyze the form, you can always bring it back into Revit and create things from there. But that I'll show you on a next video. Next time I'll show you this. This is in Revit. This form here was with Fusion. The Fusion surface that then was brought into Revit, and everything else was modeled in Revit. But yeah, I'll show you how to create this, how to do this form in Fusion, how to work together with Revit. This project has a few more interesting bits that I show you as well, but hopefully I can show you that over the next few videos. So if you'd like to see more things with Fusion, please comment below, like the video, so I can know to do more of these videos. So thank you for watching, see you next time.